Welcome back to Record-ology. I am here. Did not expect to see this on the side of the road. Just happened to stop by the Planner's Nutmobile, which has nothing to do with today's show. Today's show is all about a not basic radio. In fact, it's an extra radio. Kind of like this car is very extra. So is the radio we're about to look at.
Welcome to Record-ology.
Okay, this is the Retekess TR112. Let's go ahead and remove the plastic wrap. Okay, that was pretty easy. Now let's go ahead and see what's actually inside. Look at that thing. I told you it was unique. I mean, this is like, look at this thing. This is just so cool. This looks like a toy that you would, get as a 12-year-old with all these fake functions, but this is real. This actually does stuff. And that's very exciting. I think I just turned it on by accident because the screen is now illuminated. It's in this plastic bag. Let's see what else is in the box. What else is in the box? There is an accessory compartment here. Is this a strap? What on earth kind of a strap would this thing have? It's in a little Ziploc pouch. Like a carrying handle strap. Interesting. Okay. And we've got a little brush and screwdriver. What? Okay. A USB-C charging cord. And the manual. Wow. Oops. This manual's thick. Look at that thing. And then look at this. A color, like an app instructions for you. There's an app that goes with it. Okay. This does even more than I thought it did. Oh, wow. This is like, yeah, it is repeated in different languages, but still, that is a hefty manual. And then this, app instructions for use. Look at this. So I guess you can control it through an app. That's wild. I was pleasantly surprised how many people seemed to have fun with that video yesterday. Such a basic radio. And yes, I guess Via Westlife beat me to it again. He always does that. He reviewed that little pocket radio a couple of years ago. Look at this thing. Look at this. It looks like something out of G.I. Joe. Look at this. Like, it's crazy. This is the nuttiest looking radio. It looks like something that as a kid shopping at the Kmart toys section, you're like, look at this spy kit. This spy kit has a radar and all this stuff. And look at this, though. This is crazy. Aircraft, multiband radio, Bluetooth, music, _play. I don't even know what that means. This is just wild. So it's got a light here. So it works as like an emergency radio. Is that a real light bar up at the top there? This is a tuning knob, plastic, pretty loose. There's no drag on there. An SD card slot, USB charging slot, an aux input, as well as a headphone jack. On the back here, it looks like a passive bass reflex and battery compartment. So rechargeable, but with a, you can actually replace the battery. So we'll take a look at that battery. On the bottom here, we've got these textured rubber pieces. Yeah, what does this say on top? Radio BT music play. And then this tunes, manual tune. So I wonder what the difference between this tuning dial and this tuning dial. Scale times 10. Manual tune. And then these keys down here. It's like a key, some transport controls, volume up and down, tuning, mod, power and sleep. Band and time set. There's even a button here that says sub band. And then I'm assuming that's the speaker. All right, I'm going to definitely need to get the manual out. But before we do that, I'm curious what kind of a battery it has. So let's open that up. My friend Gary on here said that the reason why this screws on the battery compartment is to comply with the EU regulations for devices that kids might get their hands on. so they don't swallow the battery. So that makes sense. And let's see what the battery is. Okay, so it's a battery pack. Interesting. I thought it was gonna be like one of those round ones, but it's not. It looks like this compartment could handle one of those larger round ones. But yeah, the good news is that when the point comes when that battery has reached the end of its service life, you can replace it. So that's good news. Just go ahead and screw this back in. Okay, so the manual is really good. There's a lot of information because this device is the opposite of yesterday's device. This thing does so many different things. There's a view of all of the potential things we could see on the screen. I've been reading through this, and every key has like 2 or 3 functions. So it does, you know, AM, FM, shortwave. It does television broadcasts. It's crazy what this thing can do. It can store things. There's timers. There's presets. And from a feature standpoint, I can't think of any feature that you would need from a radio perspective that this thing doesn't already have. One bummer is the manual or the application is apparently Android only. So that's kind of a bummer. But if you do have an Android device, it looks like you would be able to go in and control things from your phone. So if that appeals to you, then know that that's available. But yeah, it is a Android only device. Now, speaking of devices, here is said device. Let's go ahead and just jump into it. So I'm going to press the power button. Oh, that is a light up there. Did you see that? It kind of went brrr. Let's go ahead and extend the aerial. Wow. Okay, now that aerial is pretty long. That goes out about a good 2 feet. And this thing keeps wanting to shut off, but I don't know. It's not that it's got a problem. It's that I haven't figured out how to do it. So do I press and hold? Okay, no, that's a sleep timer. That's Bluetooth. Okay, as per the usual for me, just spending some time with it, I was able to figure a couple things out. So far, so good. So we press this on, and then we light press the band button, and that should take us to the ability to listen to the radio. Why isn't it working? Press again. Okay, I had to press that twice. That's right. Now, I want to turn the volume down. First of all, I want you to listen to the sound quality. It's got a lot of bass. It kind of vibrates in your hand, so that reflex on the back and just a good quality speaker on the front definitely seems to be making a difference. So yeah, listen to sound quality. So this dial here allows you to tune fast through the you know, airspace. And then this one on the side allows you to fine tune. So that's pretty helpful. So we're starting with FM here. Let me turn up the volume. And this acts as like a VU meter kind of deal up top here.
Yeasted cake.
God will leave him.
On the right time to make my move, but I just can't wait no.
The exception of a solo.
And then you can use this to kind of step through it, fine tuning.
I'm here to tell you.
X 98.3. Hey there, it's Eric Michaels from the Big Macs Morning Show. Don't forget, you can text us during the big...
Definitely a digital tuner.
Denise has been playing jazz for 40 years.
Now, I purposely killed the lights because I want to show you on the back here. What I thought was just plain plastic, you know, decorative grills. These change colors, which is so cool. They cycle through different colors. It looks a lot better to the naked eye than it does on camera, but it cycles through different colors. I love things that light up. I'm a sucker for bright, spinning, flashing, colored things, so I think that that's a really nice touch. It just cycles through different colors. Very, very neat. Okay, so that was FM. Let's try to go to AM. I'm guessing I pressed this again. That went to VHF. Okay, let's see if we get anything on VHF. Let me turn the volume up. This will be interesting. Okay, press the band again, and we're on medium wave. AM.
They lost 2, so it's back to the original. Downs, and it's 3rd down and 10 for Denver. Well, he was looking for
Denver, nice.
Right down the middle of the field, except there were 2 safeties back there, kind of going to get ready to squeeze him, so that wasn't the place to go. 3rd down and 10 for the Broncos, trailing at 14-0. Ball at their own 32-yard line. Shamante Piran is the running back.
Come on, Broncos are hot this year. What the heck? Okay, going again. Now we've got Shortwave. So, not finding a lot out there, but if you want to go to the sub-band, that button down there will take you to the various sub-bands, and then you can search through that airspace as well. I just could not find anything on Shortwave tonight. However, going over to the air band, listen to some air traffic control, I wanted to try the scanning feature. So you press and hold these tuning buttons. You can scan up or down. And it did latch onto one. So let's see if we can hear anything. Let's scan again, because that one went silent on me. But yeah, you can just scan through the dial and it'll lock on to a signal, which hopefully has some audio on it, but there's no guarantees. I heard something. It was pretty faint, though. Okay, switching bands again. And that takes us back to FM. So, yeah, this thing will pick up whatever is out there. From a sensitivity standpoint, it says it's a very, I think on the back here somewhere, it says high performance all band radio. And I read somewhere it's supposed to have really good sensitivity. It's really hard for me to judge it here because, like I said, I get terrible reception here. So I apologize. I'm trying to review a radio's reception from an area with bad reception. That makes it kind of difficult. However, we were able to pick up stuff, and that in and of itself is a testament to the fact that it is better than a lot of other ones that I've tried. So let's go ahead now, just for the giggles of it, and put an SD card in there.
It's the end of the year already, and I'm
okay, so we're going
behind.
to put the SD
so this
card
month
in,
I'm
and the SD card is going to supersede anything else that's going on. Give it a second, and there we go. And now these transport controls will come alive, so we can skip and
Field report.
Do things like that. This is a record sample we recorded for another video.
To hear all the sounds of this street through binaural reproduction.
And that's all that's on this card. Yeah. That's awesome. Again, the sound quality in the room, hopefully it's coming across on the video too, it is phenomenal. It resonates in your hand. You literally feel the bass response. It's tight. It's obviously a mono speaker. It's designed to be rugged looking. I don't know if it truly is rugged. I love these little handles here. It's about the size of the handles. You know what? I have the other radio close by. It's not too far off of the size of the handle on that guy. So we've got the very basic and the very fully featured, the extra radio, as it were. Is it novelty? Is it functional, I should say? And I would say yes. It is a little bit of both from what I can tell. There are so many features crammed into these buttons that'll do 2 and sometimes 3 things. Primarily what it boils down to, though, without making a 50-minute video about these buttons, is you can set timers, you can set presets, you can set favorites, you can scan through things, you can adjust the fine-tuning of the tuning dial.
Don't swim against the current. If able, swim in a direction following the shoreline. If unable to escape, face the shore and call or wave for help. River flood warning for the following counties in Florida, Lake and Volusia. Flood warning remains in effect until further notice. what minor flooding is occurring and moderate flooding is forecast. Where? St. John's River near Astor.
It's starting to rain again. The rain had slacked up a little bit. The back motors of the ship are just holding it just enough to keep it from... It bursts into flames. Get it started, get it started. It's crashing. It's crashing terrible. Oh, my, get out of the way, please. It's bursting into flames, and it's falling on the mooring mast and all the folks between it. This is terrible. This is one of the worst catastrophes in the world. Oh, it's like 400 or 500 feet into the sky, and it's a terrific crash, ladies and gentlemen. It's smoke and it's flames now, and the frame is crashing to the ground, not quite to the mooring mast. All the humanity and all the passengers speeding around it. I told you.
So that obviously is not live radio, but that is the Bluetooth connection listening to the announcement of the Hindenburg disaster. I don't know why that came to mind. But yeah, Bluetooth capabilities. And something I didn't really show much. I know I showed the light on the side, but if you press and hold this SOS emergency button up here, watch this. Very loud, very annoying. Probably could get somebody's attention with it, and I'm sure that's the idea. Okay, that about does it for our journey from basic to extra. And I will say of this radio, it's very fun. It's very cool just to sit there and play with it, fiddle with it. It's an activity in and of itself, just playing with it. I want this to be a volume knob, not a fine-tune adjustment. I always have to remember, oh yeah, the buttons control the volume. And the feature set on this is just incredible. We just scratched the surface. Like I said, these keys all have like 2 and 3 functions each. So there's memory, there's timers, there's, you can adjust the resolution of the fine tuning, and that is all fine and good, but you're still limited to what reception you have in your area. Unfortunately, my reception isn't the greatest. FM came in stronger than other tuners that I've played with. So I believe its claims about being a good sensitive tuner are accurate. It's just, again, limited to my area. This is still cool and fun. A lot of people said that they, want to get one or have one, and it's still cool. I still like it. But if you want to get everything there is off the air, pretty much, this will do it. Also love the ability to, just kind of take it wherever, because it's so small. I mean, they're both small. Even this is a nice portable sized unit. As you can see, it almost fits in the palm of your hand. And it just looks like G.I. Joe. I don't know why I keep thinking G.I. Joe, but it looks awesome. I think it's cool. All right, my friends, that is going to do it for today. Hope you enjoyed this show. Happy record hunting, and we will see you next time.